One of the number one reasons why women struggle with dating and relationships today is that they choose men who are not ready for anything real. Ladies, there are lots of great relationship-ready men out here. However, you need to learn how to choose them. I wrote this book to teach you how to do just that. Get your copy of Choose Well, a simple formula to determine the best man for you on Amazon today.
Good morning. All right, what time is it? 8:23. Good morning. All right, it's 8:23 in the morning on Sunday. And I'm going to try something different today. I'm going to try to take you all on a walk. Because I need to put up another members only video. That's my dog barking, y'all. So I'm going to take you all on a walk with me through my neighborhood. And we are going to talk about, okay, that's the cat following me. I'm coming back. I'm going to feed you when I come back. Okay, so he may follow me as I take my walk. But today, I needed to talk to you all about this. And it's basically something that, for some reason, younger people don't understand this. Bump their head. I'm sorry, I'm walking in the neighborhood, so my connection is going in and out. But older people used to understand this. They used to realize healthy relationships are not found, they are built. They are built. So young people have this idea that if they just find the right person, let me see if he's still back there. Okay, no, he's gonna have to wait till I get back, y'all. But younger people are under the assumption that if they find the right person, that now they have found love. Now everything is going to be so great. They have found love and everything is going to be wonderful. That's not how it works. So the truth of the matter is, healthy relationships are built. Now, they are built with good people. They are built with relatively healthy people. But there's work involved. Like, there is time, energy, and effort that must happen for that relationship to be really, above par. And young people, I keep seeing on Pop the Balloon and these other shows, I didn't feel this initial attraction. I didn't feel the spark. I looked in his eyes and I didn't feel anything. That type of attitude, that's going to keep you single far longer. That type of attitude is also going to get you used. So what a lot of people don't realize is there are people out in the world that are handsome, that are beautiful, that are sexy, that are charming. They have the it factor. Those are some of the most dangerous people. Those are some of the people that are the most dangerous. They are the most unsafe for your nervous system. And they're going to use you. They're going to use you. They're going to take advantage of you. They're going to use you up. And that's where your relationship trauma is coming from. So I can't tell you all how many people come in my office after being in a bad relationship, or a relationship where the person used them, cheated on them, or just wouldn't choose them, right? So one thing that I had to tell a female client of mine the other day, I said, relationship trauma doesn't just come from people intentionally treating you bad. Relationship trauma can also come from people not choosing you, people not committing to you, people keeping you, at arm's length. That can cause a lot of relationship trauma because that is why a lot of people, they don't feel like they're good enough. They're enough for people. Like, what's wrong with me? That is the thing I hear over and over in my office. Like, what's wrong with me? You know, why won't people commit to me? Why won't they choose me? You know, it's me, me, me. I'm like, no, people are messed up out here. I keep telling them, people are not doing well. You know, they are struggling. They are insecurely attached. They have a lot of issues right now. So you're making it about you. It's probably not about you. All right, let me track this workout. Okay, there we go. Track this workout on my Amazfit. But that's the reality. The spark is deceptive. That's going to have you thinking that you're on to something. And 9 times out of 10, the thing you're on to, let me tell you what you're on to when you feel the spark. You're on to someone who is familiar. You're on to someone who is about to replicate some trauma that you've already experienced. That's what the spark is telling you. The spark is telling you this person is familiar. And this is something about them, something about their ways is reminding me of something I've already experienced. But chances are that thing that you've already experienced was bad. It was negative. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. It was bad. So because the brain loves to repeat what it knows, the brain loves to do the same things, even if it's bad. This is what y'all need to understand about the brain, which is so frustrating to me. I find it frustrating that the brain will repeat negative patterns because it's what it knows, right? So even if you had a horrible experience, you know, a toxic, emotionally abusive, physically abusive experience, your brain will seek that out again and again and again because it's like, yeah, this is what I know. This is what I know. This is what's familiar to me. So y'all, when I tell you, hey, you have got to be careful. You got to be careful. Your brain will have you messed up. Your brain will have you messed up, y'all. So when you feel that feeling is a yellow flag. You should pause. You should go, uh-oh. That's what you do when you feel the spark. Uh-oh. What is happening? Something about this is familiar. So what is happening? I need to slow down. I need to go extra slow. That's what that feeling should be telling you. I need to go extra slow because something about this person is familiar to my childhood, to a previous relationship I've been in. And let's be honest, some of y'all, you have a history of dating the same person, but just in a different body. So the same energy. You all have a history of dating the same energetic being. They just look different. They are a different height, a different weight, a different race, a different fill in the blank. But you all, you know, you like the same energetic being. And that was me for a long time. Like, if I'm being honest, I love the artsy type. I love the poet, the writer, the artist, the musician. That was my type, you know. And when I wasn't dating that type of guy, I would date the educated guy. So the educated guy is my type. The lawyer, the doctor, the accountant, you know. So almost like straight arrow, like that was my type too. But that type of guy, he kind of had a judgmental air to him. He kind of had a, you know, you got to be perfect, right? So I would get caught up in that dynamic. That type of guy wanted a perfect woman. He wanted the long, straight hair. He wanted a light-skinned woman. He wanted your hair and makeup to be on point. He wanted your body to be on point. That type of guy was interested in having the perfect, like, trophy wife. So that's the downside of that type of guy. And I've dated, those type of guys before. Was married to that type of guy. So that's that energetic being that wrecked my self-esteem, right? That wrecked my self-esteem because I was never comfortable. I was never fully authentic. I was never comfortable. I had to keep this facade going that said, I had to be perfect. I had to be perfect. I had to look perfect. And, God forbid if you woke up and you didn't look perfect, that was a problem. So it was all about the outer appearance, my education, and just a lot of things that in the end don't matter when it comes to true love. But I had to maintain that facade, right? I had to maintain that persona. But the artsy guys, let me tell you about them. They are very passionate, very charismatic, charming, right? Deep. That's the thing I love the most, just deep, right? These are the guys that can go to the depths with me. These are the guys that can talk about things that most people didn't talk about. And very romantic, but also very flaky. These guys are very flaky. They're not stable. They don't offer the level of security that I need. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put this here because the sun is out here today. And, I always found myself wanting more from them, wanting stability, wanting safety and security, and them never being able to give it. And then, this is so interesting about the artsy guy. Like, this type of guy is honest to a fault. That's what was so wild. Like, they would tell me the truth. They would be like, yeah, I can't give you that. Yeah, I can't come over on a schedule, or I can't give you a stable home or a stable environment. They were honest to a fault. Like, they never lied. But my ego would not allow me to hear the truth. I kept wanting something from them that they couldn't give. So that's the thing about them. But they were honest to a fault. And again, their honesty attracted me. Like, wow, they're being really honest. They're not lying to me. They're not trying to pull the wool over my eyes. But I could never get the safety and security that I needed from the artsy poet, writer, artist guy. But they were honest. They were honest about it. And they would be honest about, like, seeing multiple women. One thing about these guys, they're just like, yeah, that's kind of what I'm on, and I can't be tied down. I need to be free. Like, they're going to tell you what it is. They're not going to lie to you. But they are so attractive. So it's like hard to let that go. And they're very romantic. They're going to make you feel like when they're with you, they're going to make you feel like the only woman in the world. And that is addictive. So I know better now. I stay far away from those men now because, I'm a grown up and I've come to terms with, okay, I need safety and stability and security. That is my number one need. And that is every woman's number one need. So now I tell women, prioritize that. Prioritize safety and security, and prioritize someone that makes your nervous system feel safe. And you will thank me. You will thank me for doing that. Okay? But the truth of the matter is, you kind of want someone, y'all, I don't know why it's hot out here. Maybe that's why I'm breathing the way I am. So y'all apologize for all this breath coming in the camera. Hold on, there we go. Because it's hot out here. I mean, I'm walking kind of fast, but it's hot out here. But you want to prioritize safety and security. And you want to look for someone that you're not repulsed by. This is what I keep telling women. When they say, well, I didn't feel the spark. Were you repulsed? Okay? Were you repulsed by the thought of kissing this man? That's the only question you have to answer. Were you repulsed by the thought of kissing this man? Did you want to put your mouth on his mouth, or were you repulsed at the thought of that? Okay? That's the only question you need to answer. If the answer is no, you keep going. You keep going. I am not repulsed by the thought of putting my mouth on his mouth. I don't want to do it right now, but I am not repulsed by it. That's it. That's all you got to answer. But for some reason, y'all won't answer that simple question. I have clients all the time, and I say, were you repulsed? Well, but see, he's not my normal. I didn't ask you all that. Were you repulsed? Okay? I should have brought my sunglasses, y'all. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Coming out here without my sunglasses. I knew it was going to be like this today. And to the gentlemen, now y'all standards are different, because if I'm being honest, there aren't many women in the world that truly repulse y'all, right? So I would say y'all standards are a little different, because I don't think it's about being repulsed for you all. But I will say this. I think for men, it's about embarrassment, right? Would you be embarrassed to show up with this woman at your family function, around your friends? I think that's more or less what it is embarrassment. That's what I would say for the gentleman. So there aren't many women in the world that truly repulse y'all. Not to say that that's, it's a thing. There are women out here that the men tell me repulse them, but it's not many. As a whole, I think men's standards are not as picky or meticulous as women. However, I want you to ask yourself, if I showed up at my friend's wedding, if I showed up at my family cookout, would I be embarrassed by, bringing this woman? That's it. And I want you to answer that. If the answer is no, I want you to keep getting to know her. I want you to keep dating her, because a lot of you all have a type. You have an energetic type, and you keep going after your energetic type. You keep getting the same results over and over and over, and you're going to have to try something new and different. You're going to have to do something different. Dr. L, he made a brief video about switching up your type, going after something different, 100%. Because again, the goal, ladies and gentlemen, is love. That's what we have lost sight of. We have completely lost sight of the actual goal of interacting with men and women. So for me, as a Christian, the ultimate goal is not only love, but it's marriage. And I've already done a video about casual dating. Casual dating has got to end. We're not going to get anywhere continuing to casually date. All that's causing more harm than good. Y'all don't want to come to terms with that. A lot of you all, because you want what you want, you're going to keep pushing back on that idea, and that's fine. But I'm just letting you know what's happening in the world. This casual dating, this hookup culture, this free love, free sex, and don't even call it free love. Call it free sex. Call it free wife. Call it free husband, because that's what y'all are doing. You are out here giving people wife benefits, husband benefits, and giving people free sex who have not committed to you, who have not paid the price to have that sex or that husband or that wife. So let's not even call it free love. I don't even know where we got that. It ain't love. Y'all ain't loving each other. Quite the opposite. So stop calling it that. But you have subscribed to these movements. You have subscribed to this stuff. And good morning. And unfortunately, that's what's getting you in trouble. Okay? That's what's got y'all all messed up. Is what you're doing is anything but love and anything but loving. Okay? But the goal, let's say you're not a Christian. Let's say you're a secular person. Let me go here. The goal is love. And you must share the same definition of love with the person that you're trying to be with, right? Let me give you my definition of love. You ready? And I can also give you the biblical definition of love. I'm not going to do it perfectly because it's 1 Corinthians 13. So I'm not going to do it perfectly. 13, 1 through 7, I think. I'm not going to do it perfectly, the biblical definition, because if I'm being honest with y'all, I don't memorize scripture well. But y'all know the scripture in Corinthians that defines love, okay? That's the biblical definition of love. My definition of love is, let me get over here because the sun, y'all. The sun is tearing us up, and I should have worn my sunglasses today. Let me get in the shade. My definition of love is when I love a person and a person loves me, I have that person's best interest at heart while also having my best interest at heart. So I am able to, at the same time, have their best interest and have my best interest. That is what true love is. It's not just about me. It's not just about them. It's about the both of us. What did I tell y'all about the dialectical thinking? Where two truths can hold the same space. Two things can be true at the same time, okay? That is what love is. That I have your best interest at heart. I also have my own best interest at heart. So I'm not going to betray myself because of love. That is not love. That is betraying myself. That is codependency. I'm going to put your needs ahead of my own. I'm going to betray myself. I'm going to go against my best interest. That's what a lot of these women are doing. Out here sleeping with men, being a free wife. You are betraying yourself. And you're saying you're doing it all for love, but you're not having self-love. You're not truly loving yourself, and you don't have your best interests at heart. So I want you to keep that in mind. I say that for the gentlemen, for those of you all who are giving all your money to a woman and giving all of your time and doing things for her, and she don't really like you like that. She don't really care about you like that. She don't do anything back. She don't reciprocate. Same thing for you. You being a free husband, and okay, there you go, y'all, because the sun is tearing me up. She don't care nothing about you, and at the end of the day, she is using you for what you can give her, for what you can do for her, and you're not loving yourself. And so men get mad when I say, why do you keep giving? Why do you keep doing it? She's not reciprocating. Remember, love is also accountable. Love is also responsible. It says that I will consider you. That's what you all aren't doing. You don't give a darn about that person. You don't consider them. You can't be honest with them. You're cheating on them. Like, you're doing what's in your best interest only. That is not true love. Okay? Once I take on a wife or a husband, y'all not gonna like this one. So number one, my level of privacy is minimal. And I'm gonna get some heat for that, but that is what it is. Your level of privacy is minimal. So this whole idea of, I need privacy. My wife wants to code to my phone. She want to go in my phone, or she want to go in my email. She want to go in my social media. Baby, you're married. You're married. Your privacy is limited. It's not zero, but it is limited. When you chose to marry that person, you chose to consider them. You chose to have a limited privacy from this day forward. So stop it. Stop it with the foolishness about, what about my privacy? What about my autonomy? You chose to get married. You gave this person the highest form of commitment in our land. Let's go here. If you got in a car accident and you were in a coma, that person can pull the plug. That's how serious being married is. You gave that person the ability to pull the plug on your behind. Okay? You gave that person the ability for them to give you blood or not. You gave that person the ability to make decisions in your incapacitation. And you come talking about your phone. What? Are you not understanding the level of commitment that you made when you married this person? Like, that is mind-blowing to me. You married this person, but I don't want them touching my phone. I don't want them having the code to my phone. Make it make sense. So, marriage is sacrifice. It is being selfless. It is being able to hold two truths at one time. I can love this person. I can love myself. I can make sure I'm doing what's in their best interest while also doing what's in my best interest. That's what true love is. All right, y'all, I'm going up a hill, y'all. Woo. And I'm going to blame it on it's hot, because y'all already know I ain't out of shape, okay? I ain't out of shape, but it's hot as heck. And it's what time is it? It's 8:49 a.m. And it's hot as heck out here. Oh, Lord. And I'm in and out of the shade. I'm in and out of the trees. But it's hot as heck out here. So I gotta pause. All right. But yes, make sure that the person that you're interacting with, they have the same definition of love that you do. So whether it's the biblical definition, so these are the only two definitions I will accept. The biblical definition found in 1 Corinthians 13. I will also accept the definition I just gave you. Well, that means I'm going to consider that person. I'm going to have their best interests at heart. I'm going to have my best interests at heart. And I am going to, allow them full access into my life. There will be no secrets, There will be limited privacy. And, what they love, I love. What they care about, I care about. Right? But if it ain't that, and it ain't 1 Corinthians, I'm good. I'm good. And what y'all need to understand is right now, there's a lot of people, I would say most people out here don't know about either form. They don't know about 1 Corinthians. They don't know about the form I just spoke of. They know about getting their needs met. And that is why the casual dating has to stop, because that's what casual dating is. Me, gimme, my. What can I get out of this? And that's why y'all asking these dumb questions like, what do you bring to the table? That's the wrong attitude right there. Because basically what you're announcing at the door, gentlemen, is that this is about me. This is about me. This is about what I'm going to get, right? Instead of being the servant leader that God calls you to be, this is called, what am I going to get? What are you going to bring? And as a leader, you starting off on the wrong foot. So, no. I'm going to announce what I'm doing, what you can expect. Like, that's what I tell people. So here's what you can expect from me. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay? And here's what you can expect from me. That's what I start with. And then I ask you in kind, okay? But this idea of what do you bring to the table, come on, stop it. We're grown. We're adults. Stop the nonsense. But we find a good person. We find a person of integrity. We find a person of high character and morals. Again, I can't say enough about that, because y'all want to just jump clean over that. You want to jump clean over the character and morals part and wonder why you keep getting cheated on. Wonder why you keep getting lied to. Wonder why you keep getting used financially. These people have no character and no morals. They have no integrity, okay? But you're looking for that. You're looking for a level of attraction that's not out of this world, not the spark, not the butterflies. No. Y'all, I have an older friend, older than me. She is older than me, and she said something about butterflies. I was like, wow, we haven't learned a thing. We haven't learned a thing in all these years. We've been alive all this time, and this is what you're talking about? Ooh, that's not good. That's not good, y'all. But no, I'm not repulsed. I'm not necessarily wowed, but I'm not repulsed. And here's the thing. A lot of y'all's ego is going to keep you single. A lot of y'all, your ego is going to keep you from finding the love of your life. Because the ego wants flashy. The ego wants someone that looks good to other people. One of the things that I've always said to my guy friends, they may tease me about some of the men I date, but I say, baby, he's attractive to me, okay? He's attractive to me. He's tall enough for me. He's fit enough for me, okay? Because remember, I don't care what y'all think. And I don't know why I have to keep telling y'all that. I don't care what you think, okay? When I find a man for me, that God is like, good job, Anita, right? And it's popping on all cylinders, and I pop out with him. I show you him. I show you my ring. I don't care what y'all think. I really don't. All I care about is how the relationship feels. The relationship feels good to me. I am treated well. I feel good with this person in this relationship. That's all I care about. I don't care about y'all. I don't know why I got to keep saying that. But a lot of y'all do care. And that's your ego. And that's what's going to keep you from finding genuine love. Your ego. Your ego going to say he too short. Your ego going to say she too big. Your ego going to say, I don't like their teeth. Or I don't like this. I don't like that. In my humble opinion, things that probably could be fixed or worked on, right? It's your ego that is going to keep you single. That's what's going to keep you single. Without the love of your life coming together, having kids, and literally enjoying the rest of your life partner. That's what's going to keep you single. All right, y'all, I'm going to chill. Whew. I'm going to chill at Miss Harris's house because, I mean, it's hot as heck out here. Y'all hear me? It's hot as heck, okay? And I've been walking and talking to y'all. But check your ego. Check your ego. If you find yourself worried about what other people are going to think about this person, that's a sign that your ego is involved, okay? If you find yourself concerned about, look, this right here. You ready? How do we look together? Let me give y'all an example. Are you ready? Right now, y'all are losing y'all mind about Aaron Pierre and Tiana Taylor. Oh, baby, they look good. They look sexy. They look like this and they look like that. This is how shallow y'all are. This is how immature y'all are. You really think the quality of the relationship is based on how people look together. But here's what I'm going to say about that situation in particular. Because I had a follower who wanted me to make a video about that situation. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do that. Let me tell you what my gut tells me. Let me tell you what my intuition tells me. Let me tell you what their body language tells me. It ain't real. It is screaming, this isn't real. Okay? This isn't real. That's it. And time remember this, because I be telling y'all, time is the equalizer. Everything is revealed in time. We're going to find out what things really are as time goes by. Okay? So I don't care what they doing in her latest video. I don't care what the pictures say. I don't care about the birthday dinner. I don't care about the kiss on the lips. I don't care about the other things that are going to come out, because I'm just letting y'all know it's more stuff that's going to come out. It's more videos that's going to come out. It's more pictures that's going to come out. It's more, showing up at the award shows that's going to come out. Like, it's more stuff that's going to come out. But remember, time reveals all. That's it. But my gut instinct says, but because y'all are so childish and immature and shallow, they look good. Oh my God, they need to have a baby. They look good, baby. Like, when will we grow up? When will we grow up? And as long as you in that camp, as long as you in the Russell and Sierra camp, Aaron Pierre and Tiana Taylor camp, what's another good-looking couple? As long as you live and breathe in that fantasy, real love won't find you. Genuine, real love will not find you. Because you are worried about all the shallow, dumb things, the stupid things that 80 and 90% of the people out here in the world care about. You're not worried about the combining of souls and spirits.
Workout pause.
You're not worried about true love. Someone having your back for years. I don't care what people are doing for a year. Okay? Anybody can have a hot, heavy romance for about a year. Can we be honest? Anybody can do that. But catch me in 20 years. Catch me in 30 years. And let me know what you talking about. Let me know what you on. Okay? So, give your ego a break. Let it go. Okay? Let it go. Give your ego a break. Y'all, my face is shining. I'm shining out here. Okay? Give your ego a break. Tap into your heart. Tap into your gut. Tap into your brain, your mind. Those are the three things. Let your ego rest. And you ask those three things. Does it make sense? You tap into that logic, that rational mind. Does this relationship make sense? Does this person make sense? Then you go to your heart. Can I consider this person for the rest of my life? Can I have their best interest at heart for the rest of my life while holding my best interest at heart? Then you go to the gut. You go down to the gut. Okay? And what is my gut instinct telling me? What is my intuition telling me about this person? Is this my person? Is this person going to ride with me? Are they going to have my best interest at heart? Right? You do that 3-point check. And look, 2 out of the 3 is going to vote the other one out. 2 out of the 3 is going to vote the other one out. So either your head is going to say yes, your heart is going to say yes, and your gut is going to say no. I would say, okay, well, that's 2 out of 3. Well, your gut is going to say no, your heart is going to say yes, and your head is going to say no. That's 2 out of 3. So something going to get outvoted. And when that happens, that's the way you move. That's the way you go. Okay? But give your ego a break. A lot of y'all, like I said, your ego is keeping you from love. Your ego is keeping you from finding your person. Because you immature. You immature, and that don't have nothing to do with age. But you immature, you shallow. You worried about how y'all going to look together. You worried about how you going to look on the gram and taking pictures and traveling and having the same tracksuit on and all that dumb stuff. You worried about the wrong thing. And look, I've been telling y'all this. I don't know why you don't listen. But as a couples therapist, I see some of the most beautiful couples. I see some of the most beautiful people. Like, it shocks me, y'all. They come into the office. Some of them only come once or twice. Some of them have been coming for years. I see some of the most beautiful people that come in my office, people that look good together, and their relationship is a nightmare. So that's why I'm telling y'all what I know. I'm telling you because I lived 57 years, but I'm also telling you because of my position as a couples therapist. So I see it firsthand. I see beautiful interracial couples, beautiful black couples, white couples, Asian couples, Hispanic couples. I see it all. Indian couples, I see it all. African couples, I see it all. And look, I don't care how they look together. They tell their story. They tell me about all the crap going on in their relationship. Shoot, my envy go right out the door. Like, oh Lord, oh no. Ooh, I seen some women married to some beautiful, tall, handsome, fit men. And look, I be envying them for a second until she opened her mouth and tell me what being married to that man is really like. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, Lord, baby, no. I can't do it. Okay? So I'm telling you from experience, whether you want to listen to me or not, it's on you. I'm telling you the truth. Ruth. Okay? I watched Do the Right Thing last night with my kids. So I told them, you're going to watch Do the Right Thing for family movie night, and now you are indoctrinated into the Black Card Hall of Fame. Okay? But trust when I tell you, everything ain't what it seemed to be. And y'all keep talking about Russell and Sierra and all this other. Everything ain't what you think it is. I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all that. Everything is not what you think it is. Stop fooling yourself, okay? So find someone that your soul recognizes. Find someone that you can feel safe with. Find someone that has your back. Find someone who considers your best interests at heart. Find someone who is consistent. Find someone who is safe for your nervous system. Did I say that? Okay. Find someone that is generous, that is kind, that is loving, that is just going to show up when you need them the most. Okay? Stop focusing on all this shallow mess. Y'all focused on all the shallow things. And you wonder why you live in relationship hell. I don't care how people look together. You don't know them. You don't know them. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their life is really like. So please do your homework. Stay up all night reading and studying for the test. Like, how many times do I have to say this? Y'all want the quick and easy, the microwave version of Russell and Sierra. That's what y'all want. The microwave version. You want to pop it in the microwave, and 3 minutes later, you got Russell and Sierra. You got all his money and all her beauty and all their kids. It don't work that way. These things take time. So that's all. That's it. But you've got to build a great relationship. It is co-created. It is built by the two of you. That's another thing. A lot of y'all are choosing people. Let me come over here in the shade. Y'all are choosing people where you want to build the relationship, but they don't. I see that a lot. And if I'm being honest, that was the last, relationship that I was in. Like, he didn't want to do any of the time, energy, and effort. He didn't want to do any of the actual real effort of building a healthy relationship. He wanted to show up. He wanted to get all of the benefits of being with me. And there were a lot of benefits to being with him. But he didn't realize that as time went on, that needs would change, needs would shift, right? And that's where the effort comes in. That, I can't get this. So it's like maintaining a car, right? The day you buy the car and 5 years later, that's a different day, right? So the car is going to need maintenance. I got to get my oil changed now. Before I go up to DC, I got to go and get an oil change. But the car needs maintenance. The car needs gas. I also need 2 tires. So the car needs tires, right? That's the part that he was like, what? Why are we doing this? Why are we reading this? Why are we going here? Why are we doing couples coaching? Why are we... See, I was like, sir. And he was a car man. I was like, sir, you have a car, don't you? He's like, yeah. Okay, then. The vehicle needs to be maintained. Okay? So does the relationship. Okay? So does the relationship. Oh, somebody getting their house renovated. Ooh, y'all, I be nosy, y'all. But yeah, he was like, what is happening and why do we need to do this and why do we need to do that? The relationship must be maintained. So that's it. Find you somebody that wants to do that. Find you somebody with a growth mindset. Find you somebody that wants to continue to do the work. Because if not, you're going to be all alone trying to keep the relationship fresh and new, trying to keep the relationship, on point, trying to get your needs met, and growing more and more frustrated every day. And then eventually you're like, look, I can't do this by myself. It's 2 people in this relationship. And then you're going to go about your business like I did. So, all right, that's the talk for this morning. I'm almost at my house. So I'm going to end it there. I want you to know that we are still doing a 30-day free trial. We're going to do it through probably July 1st. No, we may actually do it through July 5th. But there's still a 30-day free trial of Skool. All you have to do is email me at info@betterlovemovement.com. The other thing for you to know is if you are a 3rd-tier member on YouTube, and you're watching this on membership, so you should be a member. But if you're a 3rd-tier member, so that's $9.99 a month, you get a free membership to Skool. All you have to do is email me at info@betterlovemovement. Skool is going to send you an email. Click that link in the email and go in and get set up. You do not have to put in a credit card or debit card, but that will start your free membership to Skool. Okay, we meet every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. And I look forward to seeing you inside of Skool. We got another house for sale, y'all. We got a lot of older couples leaving. Got another house for sale, and I know that couple. What else? Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. So if you want one-on-one coaching, y'all, the sun is tearing me up. You want one-on-one coaching, you want to find my books on Amazon, all of that stuff is down below. Oh, this is the announcement that I must make. So we had a trip planned to Costa Rica for everyone in Skool. That trip has been canceled because we did not have enough people sign up. So if y'all want to go on a singles trip, you have got to sign up. We have to have a minimum of 10 people. And they said, including myself, I needed 9 people. And we did not have enough people sign up. So there will be no Costa Rica trip. I am going to start at the end of July. I'm going to start planning the trip to Dubai. And we're going to try it again. We're going to try it again and see if we can get 9 people to sign up. So that's what's happening with our singles trip. We did not have enough people signed up to do the trip, so the trip has been canceled. But anyway, I hope to see you all next time. Y'all pray for me because I'm almost at my house. It's hot as heck out here. And I'm going to look at my Amaze Fit. It said I done walked 2.19 miles, and I've been trucking, y'all, so I'm gonna see how many calories I burned. And I'm gonna consider this my workout for the day. I was gonna go to the gym. I still need to lift. Now that I think about it, I still need to lift weights, but I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna lift for about 30 minutes and I'm gonna get on with my day, get the dog to the vet, go to brunch. I gotta watch church online. I don't think I'm gonna make church in person today. I'll watch church online. But I hope y'all have a great day, a great Sunday. It's beautiful outside. Thank you for watching. And as always, stay open to love.